Right about now, we have our guest joining us from Akwa Ibom State, Awo Agim. He's a legal practitioner and a public affairs analyst. Good morning, Awo. Thank you for joining us.
Good morning. Good morning. Can you hear me? I'm fine, thank you. Fine.
All right, let's begin with the story on the front page of the Punch newspaper. It's about the Indian COVID-19 strain that has surfaced in Nigeria. The disease center has already alerted the NCDC. Getting this report and knowing that the federal government has already placed a ban on public gatherings and clubs and other kind of gatherings in the country. Let's see, how do you think that this has anything to do with that? Or do you think it has to do with security? Because there are speculations that this has to do with security as well.
My own thing would be that it has so much to do with security in my own estimation, because you will agree with me that number for detection and use the diagnosis have actually reduced the numbers, have actually reduced. So I don't see that being the reason for a lockdown to exist in the country. However, to be correct, you will recall that when the COVID was first discovered in Nigeria, the government was criticized as.
Okay, Awo would have to, you have to join us again. Network is not friendly. Let's quickly take a look at the stories, and we'll have Awo join us again if the network permits. That's it. Southern Governors, Senators Forum, Lords, Governors on security steps. We know where kidnappers are. We're only being careful. That's coming from Alhaji Lai Mohammed. Senate to hold zonal hearings on constitution review by 26th of May. Youth storm Osun Palace with 2 men killed by gunmen. Federal government to auction 150 billion naira bonds in May. Lagos businesswoman shares apartment with intruder for 1 year. Bala Usman has been suspended till panel concludes investigation. Let's move to the Guardian newspaper. We have Awo joining us again from Akwa Ibom. Thank you, Awo, for joining us.
Yes, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, so we're talking about the link between the new COVID strain, the Indian COVID strain, and the ban in Nigeria on public gatherings.
Yes, you will recall that when COVID was first found in Nigeria as well, there was a lot of criticism on the government that. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay. There were a lot of criticism that the government wasn't proactive. So I think that they want to right that wrong now to say they are proactive in trying to deal with the new variant that has been discovered. But prior to this time and this discovery, what I would say is that, in my own opinion, it would be that it was a security issue across the country, because the number of affected people and then the cases had reduced drastically. So I think it was more of the public issues of security in the state and not necessarily COVID.
All right, let's quickly move away from that story and talk about the ban on open grazing by Southern governors. Now, I'm sure you saw that story yesterday, how that Southern governors are already taking proactive steps and measures to see how they can secure lives and properties within their regions. How would you react to that story?
If you see me, I'm smiling because I'm excited.
Okay, apparently network is still not friendly. Okay, Awo is back. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm excited because the first time that South governments have come together one voice, and not just speaking one voice, and the community on that topic. We have discussed on this show severally that Grazing is a private business, and then those who involve the should have a private right have the best practice around the world. So it's a welcome. I give it to the South government, and I want to think that that's something in the right direction.
All right, let's link this open grazing to restructuring. There has been calls for restructuring for a very long time, as we also have a story on the Punch newspaper saying that the Senate would have to review the Constitution on the 6th That the Senate would have to review the Constitution on the 26th rather of May. As a legal practitioner, what would you say? How would you react to this? Because I saw an interview this morning of Governor Akeredolu talking about the 12-point agenda and why that should be.
Well, I looked at that news. You know, what we should always understand that the process of amending our constitution is strategic because the written constitution. So the procedure is a bit cumbersome. And then for me, for you to pick at this point where this is happening, I don't think that the Senate is taking it in the right direction. Because if you are going to amend the constitution to accommodate what is aimed to be perceived as being political, it's really not the right thing to do that. And if I want to take on the issue of structuring, I have also read this policy and white paper statement on the process of restructuring. If you want to restructure, there's a lot of have to be in the constitution that will not favor Nigerian citizens at that time.
Okay, I will quickly hold that thought on restructuring. Before we talk about that restructuring, hold that thought. Now, this one, we were just talking about the review of the Constitution. Are you saying that it is not the right time for the Constitution to be reviewed? Is that what you are saying? Or it should not be reviewed at all?
If you're reviewing the Constitution because you have an interest and you want to reject, the call is not right. But Nigerian 1999 Constitution, even as amendment, is due for it because there are a lot of constitutional issues that must be addressed. But if the review of the Constitution or the amendment is because of what is happening in the country, because it's biased, that would be my position.
All right. About the restructuring, now you seem to agree with the restructuring. Correct me if I'm wrong. You seem to agree with the restructuring, but wouldn't that result to division and separation in the country?
Well, as a president and as a incumbent from the South, I will strongly advocate for the restructuring because we have seen that it is the South that has primary resources for which this country is from, where it comes from. And there is gross marginalization of the South in the commonwealth of the nation. So, if the structure will allow for individual zones, as it were, to be able to benefit from the resources that they generate, I would strongly
is this based, sorry to interrupt you, is this opinion, is it based on sentiment? Because you're a Southerner, is this based on sentiment?
Are you still with me?
Yes, I'm with you. I am asking if your opinion to restructuring, if it's based on sentiment, considering you are a Southerner.
Yes, I would say yes, because like I said, the resources for which this country is from is generated from the South.
But should it be based on sentiment? Sorry to interrupt you. Should it be based on sentiment?
Everybody has personal bias. You recall in this country that there are people in the North who have said that the Southerners should move back to the South and the call on the Northerners to move to the North. That's a statement of secession as it were. So we are saying that if we secede and then people stay on their own, they will be able to use the resources available in their area to develop their area. But that's on the general note. I want to speak as a Nigerian. What I will advocate for is regional autonomy. That is to say that the state should become stronger than the center, so that resources generated from the state can be used to manage the state. But if I want to share the sentiment as the resources and partners are allocated with, I will go for the structure. Also, speak as a Nigerian, what I will say is that let the region become stronger than the center. You reduce the attention at the center, and the resources generated at the region, that's the state to use to manage it.
All right, let's quickly move away from the restructuring story to Bala Usman. That's the suspended MPA boss. Bala Usman has been suspended this morning. We're getting reports by the federal government or from the federal government that she's going to be suspended indefinitely up until the panel of investigation gets to the root of the matter. Now, recall that Governor Amechi sent, rather, Mr. Rotimi Amechi sent a letter to the presidency requesting her to come up with some remittances. She has not remitted since she got into office. Now, she was abruptly suspended. I read an article stating that there was supposed to be some procedures taken before her suspension. Now, she was already suspended before a panel was set up. What do you have to say?
I'm going to come from two angles. Because,
Okay.
I'm going to sound a bit legal, and I'm also going to give the analysis. Let me start from the legal aspect. The law for which the British are treated is called administrative tribunal. The procedure for setting up an administrative tribunal and then seeking the constitution and then how the tribunal is managed has to be constitutional. So, if there's a fair process, the procedure is biased, you can be sure that the court will set it aside.
Okay.
That's on the one. On the other part, this government and this administration is on the way that they will fight corruption. And if there is an iota or belief that a certain political or public officer is corrupt, my position is that let the law take its due course. But the procedure for which the must be constitutional, and the procedure should not fall. Because even if it falls, we have situations where people are indicted by the panel, but the court will set aside. You will recall that, or you know that once the thing gets to court, the court looks at it from the legal perspective, and when it is void, when the procedure is altered, vary the constitution, the court will set it aside. But it is a call in the right direction if that decision wants to support the system of corruption.
Well, I will let me come from this other angle, going by the strained relationship between Bala Usman and Rotimi Amechi. Would you say that it is way beyond fighting corruption?
Well, it's that's sentiment. That's sentiment. That's sentiment. If you have to do your job, then you have to do your job. If you default in your job, you have to face the consequences. Because what you're saying is look like the problem that they are having is intangible. You cannot put into it the fact that the issues you have or disagreement you have maybe you to your professional responsibility or your departmental responsibility to government. You cannot be such sentimental work. So you can't say that okay, I have personal issues as a friend that I failed to perform my duty as a minister. That is sentimental. What you're supposed to be, what is supposed to be, ask for action whether you have sentimental or not.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here.
Okay, would have to thank you. The network is not friendly this morning, but would have to thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us, Howell.
You're welcome.
Have a great day.